Hello everyone, Sheila back again, welcome to my channel. I think I've got a bit of a frog in my throat tonight. It's almost 5. I've just had an early tea, something quick for my tea, and I'm having a cup of tea here while I'm sitting chatting. I always get my tea early on a Thursday because I'm going to bingo tonight. So I like to sit down for a little while before I have to go out to the bingo to do a bit of knitting. And I've just done that stitch there. To switch that over. The wrong stitch, it's a purl, not a knit. Take it off again. I just took a stitch off and it's come off the needle and I've lost part of it, and you know, it's a, that's right, gotta make sure you turn it the right way for whether it's a knit or a purl or it spoils the pattern. That's it. Anyway, I'll be going to my bingo tonight, and luckily there's been no what snow we've had. There was a bit of snow this morning, but it just melted. But I'll still have to be careful when I'm driving, especially along the little country road that I have to go along to get to all the roads where all the roundabouts are that eventually take me to the A1. Well, there's this little country road and there's never any lights on it when it's dark. So I have to be very careful on there because it's not gritted either. So there's bound to be a bit ice on the road tonight with temperatures we've got. So I'm going to have to drive a little bit slower and a bit more careful than I normally do. It's okay once I get onto the main road, the A1, and then all the roads after that up to my friends and up to the bingo or all them type of roads that's gritted, but this one won't be. But anyway, I'm doing a little bit knitting. This is another cardigan I'm doing. This is one of my orders I still have to do. This is going to be a 20-inch little cardigan, and I've got two 24-inch ones to do for the same lady. So I've done the back. It'll be another pattern when I get this one sorted out. It's just cable and garter stitch. I've just done a bit of a tutorial on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting, just to show how to do the stitch on that, because I was doing I had started on one of the sides. This is one of the fronts for it. So I've done a little bit tutorial on showing what I was doing on this. So anyone wants to see how to do it, just have a look on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting. It's very simple. It's just garter stitch and knit stitches, and then cabling the knit stitches. I'm doing them every 8th row, and that's all it is to it. Pretty quick. In fact, when you're not doing the cable, every knit row is just knit all the way across, so it's quite simple. So I've been doing a little bit of that, and I've done a little bit crochet today. I'll show you what I've been doing with the crochet. This is the bag that I'm doing for the yarn holder bag. And you know, I've used 2 balls that like the caramel colour or whatever colour it is, where I bought from when I went to Bridgefield Bargains, and I bought some packs of wool, and I got the white. It said chunky on the white one, and it said chunky on this one. And I used the 2 balls together. That's all I've got left of the caramel one, and I've got all that of the, it's like an off-white. It looks whiter on the screen than it is, but it's like an off-white. Now I weighed both balls because the balls of the caramel one looked like as though there wasn't as much on. But when I weighed them, they both weighed, actually both of them weighed 103 grams. So I'm wondering whether one of them's been labelled wrong. I'm just wondering whether this one is maybe Aaron and the other one was chunky, or this is chunky and the other one's super chunky. But they look both exactly the same when I look at the two strands. I don't know whether you can tell just looking there. The two strands look exactly the same thickness, so I can't work it out why there's only about half of what there is on that ball. It must be a very heavy wool, that's all I can think of. But anyway, that's a little bit crochet I've done. I can only do a little bit crochet the day, because as soon as I start crocheting it starts affecting my hand, and especially it goes, I get a pain goes down my thumb to around here, and then it starts affecting my wrist as well, which I think it is RSI, it's repetitive strain injury. That's probably what it is, on top of the arthritis I've already got. So the mystery of those wools, I think one of the balls is being labelled wrong, which is what happens with the majestic wool, because one or two places that do have it, like I think Knitting Wool Sales, they have it, and they tell you that some of the balls have been labelled wrong. I think that's why they're job lots and that, because I have some that I swear it's 4-ply, not double knitting, and it says double knitting on that label as well. So you have to sort of more or less, it is good wool, but you have to sort it out yourself. So this is the one I've been doing for Catherine, and I have found out that Catherine is in the United States, where I don't normally do anything for people in other countries, apart from Dagry, who the lady I've been knitting for a couple of years now. But I have sent one or two patterns out, knitting patterns out to been in Europe, actually Germany and Spain and that, but they are just like just over £2 for a, to send a letter, because you go in a letter, small letter, unless you know there's a lot of patterns in, and that makes them a bit thick, and I have to send them as a large letter. So I'm going to have to sort out how much this would cost for Catherine for the postage, and message her and tell her, because I don't know whether she realises that the postage to the United States is an awful lot more than it is in this country. I think the cheapest I can get probably to send it to, and that's without tracking or without signing for it and anything like that, is around about £12. So but I can't really tell till I go to the actual post office and he puts it through the thing and then tells me what it's going to cost, because they go by weight as well, and their weights is a lot less. We can send a lot less weight to other countries as what we can in this country, where you get the same thing up to 2 kilos for is the same price as anything up from 100 grams to 2,000 grams. It costs the same, but I think when I send anything to America, the parcels go up to 750 grams, and then the prices go up and up. But this won't be anything like 750 grams. It'll probably maybe be about 300 grams something, or 400 grams, something like that. So it'll be within the lower rate, but I still don't know what it is until I get it. So I'm going to message Catherine and tell her that the postage will be a lot more. I don't know whether she realised it when she asked me to make this, but anyway, if it's too much for her, I will just sell it in this country, put it onto eBay. But anyway, that's a little bit of that, and I'm back to my knitting and having another drink of my tea. And I have a little bit video to show you of the little pink cardigan that I did. So I'm going to stop this video and then I'll start it again after I've shown you the little bit video I have with the cardigan on. This was how the little satin sleeve cardigan came out. I originally started this one out as an 18-inch, but I think it's the length, and I had to shorten the length a little bit because I wasn't sure whether there'd be enough of the wool. There was 90 grams, but this was the same wool that I knit the little the footprint baby blanket on, and It does seem to be a little bit thicker, so I started out originally as a 16-inch, but I think it started measuring 18-inch, so but I shortened the length a little bit to make it for a 16-inch because I wasn't sure there was going to be enough wool, because it is a little bit thicker than most double knitting that I knit with. But I'm not sure I like it. You do have to stretch the sleeves on a set-in sleeve when you come to fit the sleeves in. You have to stretch the sleeve all the way around to make it fit, otherwise you get bulges here and there around the seam. But I think I may need a couple more rows, maybe 2 or 3 more rows to add to the thing, because I think I had to stretch it a little bit too much. So I'm still working on this one, but I'm not sure whether I like the set-in sleeve. I might do a raglan sleeve in the pattern as well. So that was how the little pink cardigan turned out, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to carry on doing the pattern in a set-in sleeve, because I did manage to work it out okay, but I think the raglan ones look much better actually. But I'll wait and I'll see, because I have some other things to do. I can't just sit down do patterns and that. I've got these 3 little cardigans that I need to get done, and that little pink one was spoken for. I'll be posting that off to Jean, who I did the footprint baby blanket for. I'll be posting that off to her tomorrow sometime, and that'll be the end of that. Once I finish these 3 the 3 little orders I do, I have to give a couple of baby blankets to do, but they are not the footprint one. I don't think I'd ever do another footprint one. It was just too, it wasn't hard, it was too much having to check the pattern row after row and stitch after stitch. I don't like those kind of patterns. And if you noticed, I've got wearing a short. It was a little bit chilly today. This is an old shawl I made a few years ago actually. I crocheted, you know, corner, started from the corner and worked upwards. I made it for when I was going on holiday. I think it was when I was going to Corfu about 3 years ago. It was just some machine knitting yarn that I had left over. I don't know whether you can tell on there, but it was stuff that it was like a crinkle stuff with like little knots in. And I had a lot of this colour, and these were just little bits I had left over, and that's I made this shawl out of it for. I thought it'll come in handy when I go on holiday. That was the year I went on holiday, for just to put something over my shoulders. And I'd forgot all about it. I forgot I had it actually. I was clearing something. I had one of those envelopes that come through your door, you know, for the charity things, any clothes that you no longer need or anything like that. And I was sorting through my cupboards to see what I could put in my wardrobes and that, and I found this in the bottom of the wardrobe and I'd forgotten all about it. I thought, well, I have another one that Emma made for me, but you know, we could do with one to change now and again, so it's come in handy, because it was quite chilly this morning. You know, we've had a little bit. It hasn't actually landed, but we've been having snow on and off today, and I was glad it didn't land, because if there was any snow on the ground, there was no way I was going to bingo tonight. But anyway, that's my little bit for today, so thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time, and wish me luck for my bingo. Bye for now.